I'm still Brittany.
Hey, I'm Kendall.
It's Mike.
We're hot to go. Guys, what is going on with Ben and Jen? And not the recent Jen.
Uh-oh.
And
Which?
not the first Jen.
Which
Uh-oh.
Jen is it?
The baby mama Jen. Guys, we've been reporting on this, that ever since he and J-Lo divorced, that he went in and sought refuge at Jen's house. And it made sense. It was like they have a very amicable relationship, him and Jennifer Garner. She's the mother of his 3 kids. It's all good. It's whatever. Like, hey, she's got an on again, off again boyfriend. She's been with 7 years. We're cool. Well, are we? Because there are some very, very terrible pictures. And I'm talking someone took these with a camera from straight up 1954 of the 2 of them in paintball gear.
No, do you know what it is?
Super zoom.
It's super zoom. So this person was in an oil tanker in the middle of the ocean.
Super far away. And he's holding her protectively, which one does when playing paintball. If you play paintball, and if you're me, you're the one who just throws everyone in front of you. But he protectively hugs the mother of his children. And then they giggle and they're laughing, and he holds on a long time. And sources have said that her on again, off again 7-year boyfriend just isn't very happy with how much he's been around the house, being Ben Affleck. And I have to wonder, this super zoom lens, really terrible photos definitely look like they are more than just, hey, we had sex 3 times a few years ago. Photos.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. I'll be very honest. I think they're the type that LOL it up, hang out. I don't foresee her double dipping in that again. I just don't. And I'm projecting because I'm like, please don't.
Right.
But I mean, and I also think, I don't know, there could be a lot going on that looks like it could be in motion, or like she was moving or tightening something. You know what I mean?
Tighten some.
So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I feel like the kids are older now. She is ready she stepped aside from her career, put things on hold a little bit, has done things here and there, but she stepped aside a little bit, did the mama thing. I think she's ready to get back into acting in a big way, and this is a beautiful publicationship. For the sake of publicationships, I think she is, I think the kids are 19. So actually, I'm looking now. 19, 16, and 13 are the ages of the kids.
So yeah.
They're in a position where they're fine. They can hang out by the house by themselves.
More
they're all good to go.
independent. She's going to start taking on more. Yeah.
I think she's taking on more roles, bigger roles, and I think this is a great way to attach herself to all that publicity that Ben and Jen, the other Jen, got this last summer.
I'm with you. I don't think she's dating him.
Agreed.
How do you publicationship, though, with your
like this?
Just like this. We talk about it. We hear stories from Page 6 saying that they're hot and heavy and things are heating up.
So it happened. It just, what just happened. We talk about her more. When you talk about her more, you're more relevant. When you're more relevant, you're more castable. When you're a household name, like this is how you get your stock to rise for casting.
But she was just in Deadpool Wolverine. It's not like she hasn't done anything recently.
Yeah, but that was as a cameo of a character she did 20 years or 10 years ago.
I wouldn't have thought of that with her at all, and I saw that movie.
I'm just saying.
I know, and I just hope, I hope on hope it's not true.
Although if it does work out again, that they get married again, he's great to divorce. We've heard this.
Honestly, we should all be so lucky to divorce Ben Affleck.
Maybe it's so good you do it twice?
I think so. There's a reason they're still this friendly, and it's because it was a good divorce.
And her on again, off again romance with John Miller. John feels like a third wheel.
I don't even know who this man is. Like, I know we've talked about him all the time.
He's a business guy.
Oh, he's okay.
I don't know.
He exists.
He's a human being. His name is John.
I mean, if I'm going to be superficial, which I never am, I like Ben a lot. But I think I also like the toxic things about him, too.
His name's hotter.
Ben or John?
Affleck.
John Miller.
John Miller.
John Miller's a hot name, though.
I'm sorry, that is so basic.
John Miller?
No offense to all the John Millers.
John Miller works in finance.
Finance, 6'5".
He looks that tall too. And he has blue eyes.
Well, let's take the finance bro. For sure.
Okay, John Miller's the type that, honestly, from picture to picture, looks so different. All right, I think I might be kind of into John Miller. He's kind of broing it up right here.
He even throws a C in there often. So when you look him up, it's John C. Miller.
Gotta stand out.
Dang.
If Ben Affleck didn't have the household name Ben Affleck, John C. Miller would rule over him.
See, for Charles or Carl? What are we going with?
Charles in charge.
I'm going to go with Charles.
Goes for CEO because that's what he is.
Hey-o.
Okay, you guys, so is Ben. He runs everything.
Yeah, but Ben also needs so much babying. And Jen is at an age where she's the youngest kid she has is 13.
Whatever, just give him a Dunkin' Donuts and a cigarette and he's fine.
No, he will pout around the house with said cigarettes, with said donuts. If she ever got back with Ben, the youngest kid that she officially would have would be 52 years old. That would be the youngest kid she has. And she is not in her babying age right now. So sorry, Ben. Sorry. I'm projecting. I want her to not ever take him on. She can get what she wants from Ben by not being with him. But if she wants to, hang or laugh, even if she really wanted to have sex, she does not have to ever be with that man again, though.
But I'm of the toxic level that when there were very, very, very small wannabe rumors that Jennifer Aniston and Ben Affleck, I'm sorry,
We're getting back together.
Brad Pitt were getting back together. I was like, oh my God, my 90s heart be still.
Yeah, I don't.
Terrible, toxic. I'm not saying they should have, but there was a moment where I was like, but could they?
Yeah, I hear you. I get it. Guess what? Kendall, heads up. As somebody from divorce, mom and dad are never getting back together.
We're gonna ruin the ending.
They're just not.
It's not what they say.
And we're better for it.
Okay. Mike, would you like to second that?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's a good thing.
I was gonna say, Mike.
They won't, and they shouldn't.
And they
That's
shouldn't.
great.
And we get 2 Christmases.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay.
You may not be as attached to Gabby, Wendy, as we are. She's from The Bachelorette. She also was on this season of The Traitors. She was in the Bambi group. She has a very specific way of talking.
That's pretty accurate.
Thank you. And she admitted that they secretly got married. She married her partner, Robbie Hoffman. The couple secretly tied the knot in a 20-minute ceremony in Las Vegas earlier this year. She finally confirmed it to Cosmo in an interview that was published today. She said that we had just evacuated from the fires. Literally, cue Rihanna. We found love in a hopeless place. What better time to get married than right now? Because if the world is ending, we want to be with each other. So, super cute couple. Her dress is insane. I'm obsessed with her dress.
Super cute.
How
long has she been with her partner? Do you know? Because I thought she was single for quite a while.
Let's see.
When the Bachelorette thing, that was pretty immediate that she was like, Dunzo, not doing that anymore.
Yes.
I'm not sure how long, but I know they've been August 2023. August 2023. Yeah. Is when she's been dating the comedian. Sarah is a huge fan. My wife is a huge fan of Gabby and loves her and said that they are just so perfect together because Robbie has a very dry sense of humor and she is just the perfect complement. So they are perfect together.
And I only consume it from Gabby's side, and maybe Robbie has showed up in my For You page and I haven't noticed that this was Robbie. But the way that Gabby talks about Rob, she's obsessed. She even said, literally, I've been asking Robbie to marry me from day one. So she finally let me get married. Or she goes, or Robbie said, Gabby turned to me and she went, should we get married? And look, I've been proposing since the day I met her. So we got this room and it's like a mafia room, 12-seat ceilings, a separate bedroom for the living room, that type of hotel. And we're like, whoa. And then Gabby floated getting married. So from Gabby's point of view that I see their relationship, it is so endearing. She was literally going, today, my I don't know if she called her girlfriend, but either way, she goes, today my partner put cacao in my coffee, and I have to say, not today, devil. No, we are not doing this. And it was very much so, you could tell Robbie's trying to get her to be healthy, and Gabby is going, I can't. I please don't.
This tastes like garbage.
Yes. They're cute.
Gabby really grew on me, I'll be honest. When we started the Traders, I was like, oh, Bachelor like this, Gabby, and she talks like this, and Tom Sandoval kept coming back to me and wanting, and I was like, okay, I can't. She is so sweet and so awesome and smart as hell. Because I remember the clip that because again, you just have these false narratives around just the way she talks and the way she presents herself sometimes. But then there was that scene from The Bachelor where she's just like, no, I'm not taking this anymore. You're treating me like absolute garbage. And she ripped this dude apart from that season. And I was like, okay, Gabby, I love you now.
I'm so with you where I go, Gabby's voice, I don't know. But I mean, I give probably Valley Girls a little more because I sometimes fall in that cadence.
It's
Shocking.
very much a generational thing. Like we all kind of start to sound like that.
She's so witty, so funny. And
She's awesome.
Ever since she's been on The Trader, she's had so much of her stuff go viral. If you see now, people are go, sorry, that's not in my that's not in my working hours. That's her who said that. That sound is used everywhere because she's just very, no, we will not be doing that today.
I always felt bad I didn't watch her season of The Bachelorette. I was protesting because it was the only time that they have had two people, like never two bachelors at the same time. They had dual fighting bachelorettes. They tried this Caitlin Bristow's year. That was the first time they did it. And the guys picked to have Caitlin as their bachelorette. It was so cringe. It was two women and they were like, which one do you want? Oh, okay. It was so gross. Anywho, and this time they did it again, but we're like, no, we're just going to have two this whole time. But still, guys, you can pick who you want to be with. And I was so grossed out by it. Like,
so she was an actual bachelorette?
She was on The Bachelor, and then she became the bachelorette with another girl, Rachel.
But
and
you
so they
saw
had the guys
I saw
to
that,
pick from them.
So, but did you see her episode then of The Bachelor?
I stopped watching before the end of it, Clayton season, because he was dull, and he picked this man. I can't even get into it.
I thought he picked a man. I was like, what a twist.
No, but that happened on a different Bachelor season. That was Colton, and he figured it out later.
Yeah, way later.
Anyway, so I couldn't even watch his season, but their season, I was just like, I'm not watching this. I'm not supporting this idea. I felt bad for her.
I remember when they did that. It wasn't great.
Idiot bachelors.
Yeah, I'm pretty done with Bachelor Nation at this point.
Hey guys, don't worry though. There's 3 left. I'll fill you in.
I forgot it was happening, TBA honest.
I love the Bachelor franchise. I can't help myself. I try to protest and then I go back.
It's okay. I get it. I'm in so many abusive relationships like that. Like Southern Charm.
Like a groveling little child.
Especially now that like White Lotus is really reflecting on the Southern Charm.
The
Charm. Yeah, it's not great. Southern Charm is one of those ones where I go, but I've been here since day one and I'll just keep coming back to the trough to eat.
That's how I feel about The Bachelor. It's terrible, but I'm here. Okay. Hold a moment of space. Hold a moment of grace and beauty for the one and only Shania Twain. She's on the cover of Us magazine right now.
Mm-hmm.
She is such a queen. So she had her big album. She kind of went away for a while. Everybody's like, what happened to Shania Twain? And you forget all the little facets of her. This article does a good job of bringing up the fact that when she came out into country music, she really changed the game. She's like, they didn't really know what to do with me because my lyrics were very pro-women, a little feminist. It's very poppy. It really kind of paved the way for this future crossover artist. When you think of like, I don't know, a Taylor Swift, Kelsey Ballerini, Casey Musgraves,
Totally.
before Taylor went full pop. But in the beginning of her career,
no.
she's like, Shania was the first.
It's like country forward, but like underlined of the pop fabulous and also very empowering.
Like pop princess. And so she's doing this interview because her, the final kind of leg of the Queen of Me tour just got announced that she's doing. And they're like, let's just talk to you. Like, let's just figure out a little bit more about Shania. You forget that Shania Twain, when she came out, like her life had been filled with tragedy. So her parents died in a car accident in 1987. So before she was really famous in her early 20s. And she basically had to raise her younger siblings. She'd been singing in bars and restaurants when she was 8 years old. She loved doing it, but she kind of talks in this article about how she's like, I liked it, but I got insane stage fright to the point of until later in life, I heard about athletes that would throw up before they'd go on stage. Like, I didn't really know it was anxiety, but that's exactly what it was. And she's like, but then by the time I was like, maybe I'll stop doing this, my parents died. So I didn't really get an opportunity to do anything but sing and just keep trying to make this work. I never thought it'd get as big as it did, but like that was what happened. Obviously, then she became the Shania Twain that we know, that we love. And then again, later on in life, her husband in 2008, remember Mutt? Mutt, who had an affair with her best friend.
I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh. He had an affair with her best friend, Marianne Tabaud. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Anyway, they have this like full-fledged years-long affair. Like the receipts are ugly.
Wow.
It is bad. Like he didn't just cheat on her. He really cheated on her with this woman. Basically was like had another marriage to her best friend. The crazy twist was then in like the grief processing, Shania talked to her best friend's ex-husband, Frederick. Now they're married and they live in Switzerland on their lakefront home property, like all the time. That's where she's been this whole time.
And so
in Switzerland.
who is her son's dad?
Her Mutt.
Okay.
Her
That
original
D'Angelo guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Robert Lang Mutt.
Okay.
That's him. That's his nickname. I don't know why that's his nickname because he's gross.
Sounds like it's appropriate. Yeah.
Thank you. So she goes on and like kind of talks about like the, you know, a lot of the tragedy and drama and insecurities of her life are focused around certain things in different pockets and like how that has shaped her into who she is today. And one thing that I thought was really interesting is she said when she was a kid, she wanted to be a bodybuilder. And her mom was like, why would you want to be a bodybuilder? And she goes, what I didn't really know how to verbalize was how inappropriately I had been touched and gawked at my whole life.
Yeah.
Like from a very young age. It made me want to be a big, strong man that no one would mess with.
Yeah. It's that body autonomy, like to be so
Yeah.
big, nobody can touch you, or to be so strong, you would have the choice.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, I wanted to look just like all the women in magazines because if you remember 80s and 90s, it was like, you know, stick figure women.
Yeah.
She's like, and I never was, but I also was, because I didn't look like that, it was like seen as overly sexy. And I think so many women can get that where they're like, yeah, I had boobs. I mean, I had boobs in 6th grade. They didn't grow after that, but I had giant boobs for a 6th grader.
Yeah.
And you get that, like it sticks in your head your whole life is how overly sexualized you are
Totally.
when you're not ready for it just because of what your body looks like.
Yeah.
So she talks about that and she's like, when I wrote Man, I Feel Like a Woman, that for me was the moment where I went, I'm okay with this. Like, I love my body. I love who I am. And I'm going to be sexy with it because I want to, not because you want to sexualize it.
Yeah.
Really cool. She said it's still her favorite song all these years later to perform because, like, everybody loves it and freaks
Totally.
out. Like, we use it in our music for this show.
We love it.
It was just great. It was just fun reading about her. She's about to turn 60. So they talk about, like, self-care and things that she does because it's like, she looks insane.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. We'll link it in the show page. But
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain, still the queen.
Mwah. Another person who's not really putting out queen energy is Bill Murray. Do you guys remember this rumor that went around that people were speculating that Bill Murray was dating Khalees?
Oh, yeah.
And, well, he finally started talking about this rumor that him and Khalees are an unexpected item, would be the understatement of the century. He is 74. She is 45. She sang the song, My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard.
And they're like, it's better than yours.
Well, he finally talked about it on a Sirius XM's morning show. He said, I met this girl named Khalees. I got great press that I was dating her. That really raised my cred a lot.
That's it? Okay. So were they?
And so he goes, when they said that he revealed first became aware of Khalees after seeing her in the music video for Got Your Money. He's not denying it, but I don't know. It feels like he's kind of doing that thing where you just state facts around it, but you don't fully say yes or no.
What do you think, Mr. Ganger?
He finally did say, they said, well, were you ever a couple? And then he said, he shook his head, no.
This is Publicationship 101.
Yeah.
It's just like Ice Spice and Pete Davidson. No, it never actually happened, but somebody went with it and they never denied it because, heck, it's going to get clicks. And that's exactly what it did.
And maybe it's just like his joking way, but I go, why don't you just say, no, we never dated? It felt very...
Because then the next one we won't believe. So when we tie him to, I don't know, insert random actress here, we're going to buy it.
Like, does Bill Murray really need to sink to publicationship level, though?
He did have multiple movies coming out around that time.
I don't know. Seems weird.
Seems so weird.
And such a stretch, too.
would-
What?
And I love Bill Murray. Don't get me wrong. Love Bill Murray. This is usually how I preface about to talk crap. I'd be so annoyed if I was Khalees.
I know. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? This is my option for out there in the world? Like, she's, all right. Do you?
That don't impress me much.
He does, I don't know if that's like the name I want to be tied to. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know if I'd be stoked right now if they're like, is Brittany Arneson dating? And I know that would raise my cred all over, but I also would kind of be offended.
Okay, if I was like, okay, let's play a game.
Thought exercise.
Thought exercise. If I was to go, Brittany Arneson is dating so-and-so, and you'd be like, yes. Or then I was like, just kidding, she's with bleep. Who would be your first choice and worst choice?
Worst choice would be Pete Davidson because I would get no attention because his list is too pristine.
I love that is your
Worst
your
choice.
reasoning, is that you would get no attention.
I'd get no, because the only reason I'd want to do this is to raise, I don't know, the Brittany and Kendall show with producer Mike. Like, that's the only way I'd benefit, like, at all. Best choice? Maybe Glenn Powell, since everybody's speculating who he's dating and he's got that cute dog Brisket, and they'd go, oh, that makes sense because she loves rescue dogs. He loves rescue dogs. I know that's such a rare thing to love dogs.
I feel like he's too A-list.
Yeah, okay.
No offense to you. Here's
respect.
Can I throw one out there?
Please.
Dylan Efron.
Dylan Efron.
It would be perfection. That's exactly the level you want. Not an A-lister, but somebody who's really hot right now. He's actually more attractive than his brother right now.
Yes.
And it's not close.
What's his age? Let's
We
check
love
that.
Dylan Efron. And he's looking to, it'd be
33.
perfect. That's, yeah.
I'm going a little younger.
I mean, if it's not you, it's going to be me because I love Dylan.
I know. I actually agree with you. That's the best one. Kendall, let's do you, and then we'll do Mike.
I would absolutely be horrified if somebody was like, she's with Jack Nicholson?
Oh, yeah.
That would be the Bill Murray of it for me. It'd be like,
Yeah. I didn't even go to
that's who we went with for me?
or like Pesci,
Like, seriously.
Joe
that's
Pesci,
what I feel like
or
would
De
happen.
Niro.
You'd be so
Robert De
upset.
Niro.
You'd
Yeah,
be so
no, it
upset
hurt my
because all of a
feelings.
sudden
It
you're
would-
like,
It would hurt my feelings.
oh, but yours, you're like, oh, I wouldn't want it to be Pete Davidson. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, that really sucks for you. And they'd be like, so kind of, we're setting you up with Jack Nicholson. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
No,
why
your-
do you have to do that to
Your
me?
pick is worse. I didn't really go to a place of,
Old man.
no.
I could date your son.
All right, we got to go quick. Mike, what are we doing
what's
for
yours?
Mike?
What's your worst?
Worst?
Like, you'd go so offended. You'd go, hey, guys, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm highly offended.
I always bring her up, and I'm sorry because I love her. Judi Dench.
Dame Judy.
I don't think Dame Judi Dench and I are
Compatible?
compatible for a few reasons.
Yeah. Tell me.
I don't know. I don't know what interests we would share in common.
Okay, what's your best pick?
Oh,
Now
give me one. I don't know. I
guess,
you Dylan.
yeah, that
I'm
Dylan
giving
is
you
so
Sydney
good.
Sweeney.
No, that's too big.
It's too big. That's just like the Glenn Powell
Like, I think
situation.
you're right. Like, Glenn Powell, no one would even look me up.
Oh, who's that girl that she's in Selling Sunset? Oh, wait, she's
Chrishell?
married.
Oh,
She's married.
I know enough about Chrishell from Traders.
Yeah.
I pass.
I'm so
I actually would
sorry.
rather Judi Dench.
I would rather Judi
Give me
Dench.
Judi Dench.
Why does it sound like a verb? I would rather Judi Dench.